Welcome everyone to another open source update live stream here from our channel. Firefox 115.0 is out just today, just now, for those who are on this open source flagship reference browser implementation. As per usual, I wish we could celebrate it more of, yay, it is amazing, HTML, CSS, faster rendering. But the reality is, unfortunately, as usual, lots of changes. Some 671,000 insertions, also 633,000 deletions, 22 freaking thousand files changed. I would guess there probably should be some HTML rendering performance here and WebAssembly there, but as per usual, they don't write this in their changelog, because all you get for that is apparently migrations from other browsers, payment methods. It's like, yeah, seriously, I mean, who is migrating anyway? But hardware decoding, video decoding finally enabled for Intel GPUs with the API on Linux. I'm actually surprised that it was still not enabled. Didn't even quite realize that. Not sure this is a kind of recurring theme. It's like, what the heck, they had one job, why? Also, I mean, sure, you probably could previously enable that in the config there, about config, but yeah. That is a recurring marketing fail in my opinion. I pointed out each time, because like, why is there not 5% faster HTML rendering, 7% faster WebGL performance or whatever? But anyway, tab manager, drop down, no features, close buttons. You can close tabs more quickly. You can't make this up. I wish it would be different changelog, but it isn't. Refreshed, streamlined user interface, improved data from other browsers. For what? Or just only streamlined the user interface for importing data from other browsers. Oh, I thought they in general. Yeah, at least I hope they. But yeah, what more user interface is there except none, right? Anyway. Users with our platform H.264 video decoding can now fall back to the Cisco Open H.264 plugin. It's like, yeah, you'll whatever, either you have GPU or you have your Linux distributions H.264, right? And it's like, yeah, also a feature probably next to no one will ever need. Other fixes on Windows, magnify no focus, follows the text cursor correctly. It's like, yeah, due, whatever. Super curious change here, Windows users unload. It's like, we're not on Windows, right? But Windows users unload and USB Wi-Fi drivers, and with OS geolocation disabled, can now approve geolocation on a case-by-case basis without causing system-wide network instability. It's like, what? How did geolocation previously cause system-wide network instability? It's like, it's a comedy show. I don't know what to say to that. Various security fixes as per usual. Of course, there are many. Like, yeah, vulnerability fix in Firefox might block all cookies, bypass local storage, use after free, yay, potential use after free, drag and drop, you can name it full screen. Is it all 15? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Probably it is. 23, 22. Anyway, the usual stuff. C, programming is hard, buffers and so on. Undo and redo are now available in password fields. On Linux, the most applauded, like if you check other news sites, the crazy stuff is, there is so little to see for this 671,000 changes and over 22,000 files, although many of them are test suite granted. But there's so little to say that other news sites, like here somewhere, I don't know, there also, 9to5 Linux, the only thing they have to write about is like, hey, on Linux you can now use your middle click on new tab button, a bug seemingly open for 6 years or so, to open a new tab with the content, with the URL from your clipboard content. It's like, dude, seriously. I mean, this is this kind of stuff like, I wouldn't need it. It's like when, like, I understand other people make fun, other news sites make fun of a 6-year-old bug and stuff, and that's the only major change. But this is the kind of stuff I understand why it's 6 years open, because like, how often do you need middle click button a URL on open? It's like when do you copy and paste the URL and then by chance want a new tab? It's like, instead of right-clicking. It's like, yeah, whatever. For users with Firefox colorways, built-in themes, remember this previously amazing feature. The theme will be automatically migrated to the same theme hosted on add-ons Mozilla.org for Firefox profiles that have disabled add-on auto-update. This will allow users to keep their colorway themes, yay, later removed from Firefox installer files. Yeah, you named it. Of course, there are some developer changes, rely on third-party libraries, which may not be interested while debugging. They can be ignored. And of course, also web platform here, they actually have some built-in editor, no behave similar to browsers. When the node is split, the built-in editor creates a new node. WebRTC. Application developers can now specify target in milliseconds of media for jitter buffers to hold. Change array by copy, animation, composition, URL can parse, IndexedDB, and community contributions, which certainly are highly appreciated and welcome. Yeah, as I mentioned, other websites otherwise need to resort not only to, hey, you can now middle click on tabs, but otherwise there's some massive changes, but only compared to the last ESR, right? So Firefox 15, the latest version, is a big update. It's like where are other news sites? It's a big update. I wish, like, yeah, it's a big update. You get 67 and 100,000 insertions and stuff. Like, yeah, it's a big update if you compare it to the last extended support release from last year. Yay. Of course, I make a little bit fun out of the situation, because with a mega corporation like the initial open source reference implementation, you would think, I don't know, I expect more. I mean, I get it for free. I appreciate it very much. It is our primary main browser in T2 Linux, which, by the way, if you run our T2 just clean and mostly raw Linux, it's of course already there. I pre-compiled that for you. I tested that. And I noticed another change not listed. It now requires a new ICU, Unicode for C release, ICU for C. So updated that, of course. And in T2, for those who are on one of the most amazing of the 2004 Linux distributions, we now changed to libjpeg Turbo, which also had a new 3.0 release, so that we can use system JPEG and do not need a second libjpeg Turbo copy. Also, libjpeg Turbo is apparently struggling as much as we do to get financing, so apparently that is for now one of the last major libjpeg Turbo releases, because similar to all Linux distribution, next to nobody is willing to donate or pay there. I hope you enjoyed this summary and learned something. As usual, don't forget to like, subscribe, maybe Patreon, or try download and install our amazing T2 Linux, for example, on your Mango Pi. Illustration purposes, only RISC-V, but probably you better need a RISC-V unmatched desktop system for actually being able to use Firefox on RISC-V. Have a good day and night, and I hope to see you soon for all the next open source updates and code to come.